Hello.
Welcome to the shit show.
I hate this.
That's not what we were talking about like 30 seconds ago, Alora, and you know it.
Also, Laura, I'm suffering from food poisoning, so that's very insensitive.
Shut the fuck up, please. I swear to God.
I was triggered.
Christ.
Man, I'm triggered. I'll be right back.
If you're hanging out with a group and then somebody says they have to go pee, and you're like, damn it, now I gotta go too. But up until that point, you didn't have to.
Right. It's like yawning, but with a lot more cramping.
Anyway.
Also, your legs fall asleep. It's a bad time.
Anyways.
Want a recap for us?
No. I'm tweeting.
Bird to pass.
Nose goes.
Nope.
Let me consider.
You want to recap for us, Shitster?
Holy shit.
I really don't appreciate the hostility in this room.
I have 6 lines of plot in my notes, and that's
right.
it.
Okay, give me the 6 lines, and that'll get me enough to go off of, because I'm blanking at the moment.
Hold on, I'll just take a screenshot.
I just need, yeah, that'll work. I just need a memory jogger, because I'm blanking right now, but I'm sure I can give us an acceptable recap.
You can do it. I believe.
I mean, just like with most of my tests in high school, if someone could just give me the answers, I'm pretty certain
I can definitely get this if you just give me the cheat sheet.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what we did last time.
Lore. It was mostly lore dumps.
It was
Yes.
only items.
We
Yeah.
went to the library and we spoke with
Naomi
and their
I
cat
cannot
Big B.
Yeah, we finished talking with Esmeralda. We went inside to Naomi. Not Esmeralda.
That's her name now.
Why am I thinking Esmeralda? It's not Esmeralda at all.
Like it.
Esme.
Yeah.
She looked like it. Isabel.
Isabella. Yeah.
You should remember that name.
Who's Esmeralda?
Yes, wife.
Who? What?
He has second wife.
Oh, right.
The Bastani chick that followed us around for
No. That's why, because I keep pretending Isabella's Esmeralda. Why do you think I kept saying those? But seriously, where's my wife? Does anyone know jokes?
No, I'm well aware of why you kept making those jokes.
Apparently, you aren't.
Oh no, I'm aware. I just can't remember names. It's right. We did meet Naomi. Speaking of not being able to remember names, we met a very cute redhead named Naomi, who is definitely a lesbian.
She's definitely a lesbian. What do you want to say? I mean,
I'm not reading Blue's notes verbatim. We've got we went into a very big library, which is unfortunate because Blue.
Hey.
It's such a cock block because Black Cat John Brown can't read. And then there was lots of plot stuff.
Wizard into a library and tell them that they can't read anything here and not expect me to be upset about it on their behalf.
I understand.
Yep.
Everyone tells Naomi about what's going on Mars's island. And we're trying to get not Holly. We're trying to get Naomi to help us with all of our problems. And she kind of helps us with books. Holly explains.
I don't even remember that.
I do. And there were very limited results. tries to explain seduction to Emmy with limited results, and a pale thief is a parasite that will appear more often as Mars grows closer to death. Wow, that's a very succinct way to put it.
There was also the part where she opened a book, turned us incorporeal, and then we went down a floor, and then we went down another floor into the true basement. And now we're back up to the normal place with the normal people.
I'm sure nothing relevant is missing from the true basement section, so we'll just move on from that.
Right?
Definitely.
Nothing
It's
at all
covered
about
under
here.
my line 3 plot stuff.
Oh shit, you're right.
Hey Siri, remind me to get new friends. So
Damn.
I'm hurt.
all right, yeah, you guys learned about the quote unquote god that ruled the ancient empire.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be more like a beast.
Certainly something.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe something about something rising on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Something about sins and souls.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's all very irrelevant.
And here we enter our next arc, Mars Must Die.
No. Oh, yeah, wait, I forgot about that. I missed that production meeting, sorry.
It's alright. I sent you the spark notes of it.
Appreciate it.
So, I believe we left off with you guys heading back up, but we're going to detour for some quick info for Gaius and Mars.
Fantastic.
I was scared for half a second, and then I was like, wait a second, I asked for this.
I mean, I can delete those notes if you'd like.
No. You're good.
I hope you don't have to. You spent like an hour looking them up.
Yeah, I never found the stuff for one of those things, but it's fine. And the fun part, it was for the official one too.
Yeah. So,
who would like to go first?
would you
I
like to go
can.
first, Mars? Okay, sure, I'll go first. How's it going?
I mean, I have more questions, so like you might as well.
Yeah, I might as well.
He doesn't have a lot of questions,
Yeah, right?
but I won't give him a lot of questions. So, you all are heading back up through the archive towards the main set of stairs that is going to take you up towards the actual library portion for the public.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, go ahead, take it.
Hey, so, there was something that I wanted to look into. Do you know much about Tempest? I have no idea what it is. I'm guessing it's a god. Do you I'm sure you have something here about them.
As I remember Naomi's voice. Yes, we should have plenty. Tempest is a god, I believe. Where would be as she again summons that scroll and almost absent-mindedly as she is looking around. You can see that she writes down Tempest. The scroll disappears, and again appears one of the smaller cards. And she reads it over. Oh, that's right, this way.
Okay. Ye old control
No,
F.
Blue. That's not a new joke. She leads you off. And you enter a section of the archives that shows lots of images and there's a lot of symbology and idols and all of that, and you're all welcome to roll me religion checks if you want to.
Okay.
I'm guessing mine's at disadvantage.
No. Well, I'll say yes, actually, because of reasons. But I do have something in case.
Religion?
Yes.
Religion.
I will
Wow.
abstain for the obvious reasons of it's Emmy.
Mhm.
Oh
Mhm.
my
That's
god,
fair.
that's incredible.
Jesus Christ, of
Hey.
course!
Yeah.
Damn.
Holly, do you want to roll or are you going to abstain?
Holly's abstaining because she's thinking about other things. And JB
Okay.
will tell him anyways.
Okay. Oh, boy. Let me find you some information because JB rolled a fucking grant.
Yeah, man. Ye old search engine.
Let me just really quick ask ye old Google about a thing.
Consulting the elder gods, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me or is Blue super robot-y?
Yeah, she keeps breaking up.
She's cutting out a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Fix your shit, Blue.
I can.
Maybe you can hop out and hop back in.
She's already gone.
Oh.
And she's already back.
Hello?
Hello?
Whoa, no.
Hi.
Beauregard Q Kazoo. Well, anyways. Wish I could go on, but she's the one that got the crit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Maybe I shouldn't have said shit. Fuck. Also, is there music playing?
Yeah, but it's not entirely relevant, but I'll restart it anyways.
Okay.
Almost put on Ambler again. That is not the correct bit of music. Which fucking one was it? Was it this one?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Whoa.
Oh man, I'm sorry for mentioning anything.
There we go. That's the right piece. You back, Blue? Blue? Oh.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're still. What the
Okay,
fuck?
cool.
Just
Sorry,
leave
my
it.
internet's being
leave
super
it.
slow.
Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you guys pass, Gaius, you recognize a few of the more well-known, but JB, you're like a fucking walking index as you're like, oh, yep, that's that, as you go through the symbology and idols of all of these gods. Going to your left, and you're like, that's Callistra, that's Desna, Eristil, Lamashtu. Everything that you've heard of this continent's gods, as well as some you've never even heard of before. Vudra, Xiphus, Garana, just everything under the sun that you could imagine for the length of Index of Gods.
Mhm. That's right.
They've got a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have yet to see an end to this basement, for lack of anything else to call it.
Plane of knowledge.
Pretty much. As eventually you wander off and start seeing the likeness of Tempest. And she will pull a book off of a shelf. We've a lot of information, but this is one of the tomes that has just sort of a overview, I suppose. And she'll start flipping through. Well, Tempest is the Lord of Battles, the Foehammer. He is a god of war. He's primarily concerned with honorable battles and forbidding cowardice and encouraging the use of force of arms to settle disputes. He was originally one of many potential war gods who emerged from the primordial clashes between Saloon and Shar. These gods fought constantly with each other, and the victors absorbed the essence and power of the defeated, and this continued and continued until eventually Tempest stood as the sole god of war, having defeated and absorbed all of his competitors. Actually, because of the nearby, more violent territories and their continuing wars, it causes, just from the sheer number of worshippers that he has, he's probably one of the mightiest deities in the realms. Nearly everyone who draws a sword or knocks an arrow has fought alongside a cleric of him, or just as many have fought against one.
Okay. That's very interesting.
He is depicted in several different ways. Sometimes as a white knight, others as a black. He tends to switch sides. He will often, when a war occurs, choose a side to ride on and join the fray. And if you see him on the opposing side, well, that's, let's just leave it at that. His temples, look more like military fortresses than your archetypal temple. They feature barracks and mess halls and armories and training grounds and all of that. And due to the tendencies of the followers and priests on both sides of any engagement, his church has no central authority that might support one side or the other exclusively. Although within a given temple or order, there are strict hierarchies and chains of command. Let's see. She flips page after page, basically just skimming as she goes through. As she doesn't even seem to scratch the surface of what this book even holds. He has orders to all combatants. They're fairly simple and direct. Be fearless, never turn away from a fight, obey the rules of war. His religion also has 2 orders. The Order of the Broken Blade. They're the it holds the honored warriors and clergy who can no longer fight at their best, and they continue to serve by working at the shrines and temples. And the second is the Order of the Steel Fang. They're an elite group that take on the most dangerous missions. Their leaders are battle-tested members of the clergy, and she holds her arm up.
She holds her arm up?
Like, almost about to, like, pump her fist, just sort of flex the muscle a little bit.
Gotcha. I see.
Gun show.
Yeah, I got it. That's very interesting. What does it mean if you are strong with the will of Tempest?
If you're strong with the will of Tempest. Well, I suppose it's being strong with the will of any god, or some such thing that... well, not being chosen myself, well, at least I think so. Probably that you're chosen. He's maybe got something in plan for you? I don't know entirely. I think that dips a little more into religion than I'm knowledgeable of.
I see. Okay. We're not allowed to check out books, right?
Maybe for this visit, we shouldn't.
Okay.
If you all decide to come back, I can see if I can figure something out.
Okay. That sounds fantastic. I would be very interested to look more into that book.
Oh, but I mean, any books that are upstairs, you're free to check out.
Okay.
Does it require a membership or library card?
Oh, yes, but we can sort that out.
Okay.
Was there anything else, guys?
I have to think about that a bit. In fact... Okay. What do you know about Aasimars? I mean...
I wish this had been public. I rolled an Arcana for it. And she got a nat 20 to make a 27. So she shrugs and sort of nods her head side to side. Fairly knowledgeable, I suppose.
Okay.
That's what she calls fairly knowledgeable, okay.
High bar.
Yeah. What do you know about people who are both Aasimar and Tiefling?
As far as I'm aware, that shouldn't be something that's possible of occurring.
Is there an open area nearby?
Mars just kind of like head snaps over and Kaya's just like,
Why not?
I mean, you could just say you don't have Please don't blow up the library.
I wasn't planning on
Wait,
blowing
what?
up the library.
I mean, you didn't mean to set your bedroom on fire either.
That was an accident, okay?
I know, but I don't think it's a really nice library.
Everyone but Mars notices that Naomi's sort of pulled out her journal again, just started writing as you all sort of go back and forth.
Also, Emmy is just looking back and forth between the two as they talk.
Colin wants to actually go near Naomi and continue this conversation about why it should not be theoretically possible to have Tiefling and Aasimar in the same species or the same person. Is it just because like that much good and evil just can't be together?
Well, oh, that's an entire theory. So, if it's Tiefling and an Asmar, it is, I suppose, possible. All in all, for them to procreate, but
I wasn't asking.
A child. Well, I mean, a child would end up either Tiefling or Asmar. They don't mix. The fiendish and celestial blood can also sometimes cancel out and just create human or elf or whatever the non-planar part of their blood was. Or, well, mostly just the first two.
Kind of makes sense. Thank you.
So,
Sorry, continue.
about that, like, anywhere without books, like, I wanna show you something.
She looks around. Outside?
Outside is in outside the library?
That's the only place without books.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that there. I'll show that to you later. You had a question, Mars?
Mars, who's just like practically holding her breath at this point. It's just, oh, right. Yeah, sorry. So I had some questions, about, I suppose they're rather simple comparatively. I had questions about, two other, species, I suppose. One of them is going to hatch in 3 days. It's oh, it's not a fucking bumblecat. What's it called? I have it written down somewhere.
You can do it. Nobody tell her.
Egg will hatch in 3 days. I'm such an idiot. Fuck me. Okay, hang on.
Down the name.
Hang on, I can do this. I was so elated with the fact that the I'm such a fucking idiot. I wrote Bumble Bat in my fucking notes. I didn't even write Bumble Cat. Oh my god. She's just gonna take out the egg. It's supposed to be like a little bumblebee, but it has a different face, and well, I suppose all of it's rather different, but Holly, what was it called again?
I just had egg. I had written down Bumblecat. So 10 days, it hatches into a cat with a soft tail that ends in a bee stinger. Semicolon, Bumblecat.
Beautiful.
Oh.
I will show you a pretty picture of it if you can get the name right.
already have a picture of it.
Yeah, but I have another picture of it for a handout.
Oh fuck. I know this.
Any
Hang
help
on.
from the audience?
No, I can do this. I can do this.
It's Abby!
It's it was
Sweetie,
oh,
you
it
have
was like
inspiration? 'Cause I'd like to give you
ridiculously
inspiration for that.
it was like
I don't know. I'll
ridiculous.
check.
Fuzzy Buzzy, that's what it was.
This is correct.
I have an inspiration,
Yes!
but I appreciate the thought.
Okay, I got it eventually. I remembered it being like ridiculously cutesy and adorable, and I could not. Anyway, it's a Fuzzy Buzzy.
There you go.
So no, I'm just gonna say that she went through that whole fucking journey of like, no, I know what it is. It's like it's a, and then eventually it's just like Fuzzy Buzzy. It's called a Fuzzy Buzzy.
I'm sorry, I need a moment to get over that roller coaster.
That's a whole ass emotion right there.
Oh boy. Alright, so she calmly waits for you to finish your journey. And then again, out pops the scroll, disappears, out pops the card. And leads you all on quite the trek across the archives. And you begin to see all sorts of paintings and busts of different sorts of creatures. Until she stops and pulls out yet another book.
Fucking notes.
Opens it up. Here we go. Okay. Fuzzy Buzzies. They serve the Seelie Fae. They perform tasks similar to bees in pollinating the Feywild flora. Seen as similar rank to sprites and pixies, they are highly sought after as familiars due to their cute appearance, important work, and delightful honey. Possibly something important of note. Do you plan on using this as a familiar?
Oh, I mean, I suppose so. If I'm
The answer is
able to,
yes.
Is there an issue, or?
Well, not an issue so much as a stipulation. A spellcaster with the Fuzzy Buzzy familiar must allow the creature to fulfill its pollination duties, but it is rewarded with copious amounts of honey. Artisans have been known to create fabulous honeycomb or mead from the honey of a Fuzzy Buzzy.
Oh, does it require a specific habitat? Would I need to make a hive for it?
They should be able to handle everything themselves. It's just so much as having the proper tools around, I suppose. Flowers and whatnot for pollination. Interestingly, they have a actually a quite difficult to pronounce Sylvan name. It roughly translates to honeybee cat, but the sort of layman's term has just become Fuzzy Buzzy. Sworn enemies to the bee nabber, actually, due to the occasional mistaken identity issue.
Oh.
Additionally, some things that they can do. They can fly to downed creatures, wounded teammates, someone you're sworn to protect, or even yourself, and they smear their face with delicious fairy honey, making them sticky and alive.
Oh?
The wording of "and alive" makes me think, oh, even if they're dead, oh. Yeah,
I
Muri
told
would
you
love
one of the
that.
things had some interesting wording.
Oh!
Huh.
See Holly in the
Okay.
background, just writing down, needs plenty of flowers.
I wonder if it would require perhaps a portable hive of sorts, or I suppose we can try and. Oh, but that would require. Oh, sorry. Yes. Was there anything else?
I believe that's more or less the long and short of it. Unless you have anything specific.
So the only real dietary requirements are the flowers?
Yes, they can feed themselves so long as there's the correct necessities, environment.
But what are the correct necessities?
Flowers.
Oh, all right. I don't. I just want to make sure that it's happy and taken care of.
Oh, no, it's alright. Ask all of the questions you want. How are...
So,
Go ahead.
So, do the fuzzy buzzies require the same kind of hive design as, say, a typical bee, or would you not need as many things like the separator from the queen and the multiple chambers, or is it more of like kind of a combination litter box?
You better watch out. Some of that honey on your face might have shit in it.
No, you can separate them. I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
Exactly. Oh.
No, that would be if it was a celestial.
You're right, this is fairy shit.
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay, so
Y'all,
make sure it has access to lots of flowers, and it should be fine.
From what I can see, as far as nesting and such, I don't see quite a whole lot on that. They seem to be treated as separate entities rather than as a hive.
So,
Although they may, I suppose, form colonies, much like cats and bees forming hives would. But it's not necessarily, well, necessary.
no. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's very good to know. And the other question that I have would be about the, oh fuck, it's a cinder claw is what Or no, Cinder. Oh, fuck me.
We're on stream, love.
God fucking damn it. I can't tell if she just dropped because of internet connection. Welcome back. Oh, god damn it. Okay, no,
the
this
fire
time-
pelt.
Fire pelt, okay.
The fire pelt cougar.
Yes, for a fire pelt cougar, if you have any information about them as well.
Honestly, and she again pulls out the scroll, writes stuff down. The card appears. I would be surprised if we didn't have information on something. She jumps a little bit and walks towards the opposite end of the shelf that you're at, actually, and pulls off a separate book from lower down. Firepelt cougars. Black and red furred mountain lions that stalk much of northwestern area. Colors of their pelts change from predominantly black to a range of autumnal colors with the seasons. That's fun.
Oh. How nice.
And this is the bit where I gotta actually find the notes that I wrote up, because they don't have shit about fire pelts on the internet, apparently. You know how goddamn long I spent looking?
Way too long.
Way too long. Since last session, I spent looking. Found
Damn.
nothing.
Fire pelt? Cougar?
Yeah. They don't exist.
But she's right outside.
They just don't
Looks
exist.
outside and she's just gone.
You've been hallucinating this whole time.
Nobody had the heart to tell her.
Oh, there's a cat there. Mars, there's not a... Don't you dare.
I made sure to feed them this morning.
There's just still meat sitting on the roof.
No, Emmy's been eating it to make sure that she doesn't feel bad.
I threw her a slice of bologna earlier.
Where the fuck did you get bologna? That wasn't bologna. Oh.
Isn't that what you feed cats?
No, you throw bologna on their face, apparently, according to
And
the
cheese.
internet. And cheese.
So, let's see, except for their sizes, males and females are difficult to tell apart. They are more cautious and less aggressive than larger relatives. Can spring upward 15 feet to attack or retreat. I'm sorry, forward. Upward makes it seem like up.
An 8-foot vertical jump.
Excuse me, as my sister walks in and just does not care about volume.
Knocks everything off your desk.
Right? I wish I had a desk. Are you kidding?
Knocks everything off your lap.
They are mostly solitary. Males and females each maintain separate territories. Their favorite prey are deer. Females rear cubs, 2 to 4. Rear 2 to 4 cubs alone, which remain with her for about a year or two. flexible and elusive, adept at surviving on the fringes of human civilizations. Hmm. I'm sorry, what exactly were you wanting?
Oh, well, I wanted to make sure that she was happy, and I thought maybe learning more about her and what she might like would help with that. Or maybe the habits or something. She pauses and kind of wrings her hands together. My mother actually is quite talented at taming such creatures as her, and she kind of pauses. Well, I just I would like to make sure that she's happy with us.
All right, let's see. Holly. Going off of what we have here, then, you have a food of choice. You have a temperament. They're cautious. It could take time for her to warm up. Less aggressive. That's good. Not really any prominent threat of attack. They are solitary, though, so that could pose an issue.
Oh, I see.
And she just sort of gets lost reading on in the book.
Mars gets lost in thought. Sorry, yes. So give her time and food, and she should warm up, though? Yes?
I would assume so. And she shrugs, and Bigby drops down from a shelf around her shoulders. The only animals that I have real experience with are, well, she scooches under his chin and sort of puts her hand to the side of her face to block off from Bigby. Fake?
There's a moment where, like, it doesn't click, and then she goes, oh.
And Bigby nudges the side of her head, and she scritches under his chin again. Yes, Bigby, you're a good spirit.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to... I don't know if you actually have books that we would be able to purchase, if not borrow. Obviously not down here, but...
Just if there's books that you could borrow?
Purchase or borrow. I had been looking to get one from Paige, but she didn't have it on the subject that... Well, this subject specifically.
Just on fire pelts, then?
I mean, animals in general. I'm not actually terribly
I-
familiar with most species around here.
we should have plenty of animal books upstairs.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. She kind of looks around a little embarrassed. I know I'm taking a great deal of time for this.
Take your time.
No,
Plenty of it.
it's fine. Did anyone else have any questions?
I think I'm good.
In Naomi's minute here, do you have anything for lunch?
Whose mind is that
Naomi's.
in? Naomi's.
I mean, I know what we got.
Want to know what
Oh
else
my
is on the
goodness.
menu?
You know what we need? We need a food generator. Hold up. I've got just a list.
Oh my god.
I mean, we've literally been here for hours talking about
Hmm?
things.
They have meatballs like IKEA.
Jesus Christ.
Got Costco hot dogs.
Man, I would kill for a Costco hot dog. I haven't had one of those in a long time, man.
The other day.
I hate to break this to you, but if you kill someone, you're not going to have one for about 20 years.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
I mean, he would get the
Not
one.
bad.
I'd get the one.
Yeah.
It'd be worth it.
Plus, he's got all that time between, committing the crime and when the trial concludes.
I could get another one. You don't know me.
Your Honor, we found him in a hot dog coma in his room.
Apparently,
That's
he was
fine.
trying.
It's fine. Anytime I visit you, Bern, I will bring you a hot dog.
Wink. Anyway.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Burn.
Anyway,
Poultry.
I had to. I'm sorry. The joke. I do it for the meme.
Don't you dare apologize for that. You own it. Loud and proud.
Anyways,
But seriously, lunch though.
yeah. I believe I have some bread rolls. I think I brought some rabbit in a wine currant sauce.
That sounds delicious.
and extremely specific.
Listen, I have a food generator.
That sounds like an amazing recipe. Do you mind sharing? I'm not saying you have to. It's just something Holly would ask. You don't actually.
It also sounds like not bread, cheese, and berries.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Naomi would agree to share a recipe with you, Holly.
After quickly jotting that down, Holly's gonna be like, "Oh, Emmy, wasn't there something you wanted to?" Well, you can ask. It's fine.
Emmy would look to Holly, nod, and then look back to Naomi. Then in her mind, I had mentioned this briefly earlier, but I know that at least one of my pack, and probably more, are dealing with difficult dreams. They are not getting restful sleep. Is there some knowledge here that would help with that?
I suppose it depends on what portion you want help with. Deciphering, rewriting, entering. stopping?
I want my pack to be able to rest. I do not care about interpreting the dreams. I worry for their well-being.
This was not something I was sent ahead of time, so I must.
I don't know. I believe there's a little part at the bottom that says we'll think of more later. So I feel like it was something you were sent ahead
Yeah,
of time.
however, specifically, things were not laid out. So.
Yeah, dick.
Wait, no. You know what? No, it absolutely is something I sent you ahead of time.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Do you know how to stop dreams so my pack members can have a peaceful sleep?
Sounds fake, but okay.
Discord doesn't lie.
I mean,
Hey, Siri,
it does
remind
to
me
me
get
all
rid
the
of
time.
Discord.
I'll do it for a hot tub.
By the way, Costco, if you're listening, we're open to endorsement deals.
Oh yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
that pizza is fantastic. Oh, and those chicken bakes.
You know, I have like a $72 gift rebate thing from Costco. I feel like you would go crazy in their food court.
Probably, yeah.
Burn, you have to stop.
That's a very
I still have
specific
$20
amount.
left.
If it weren't for COVID, I would definitely be there a lot more often than I would, or than I am now.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I said the C word. We're demonetized. Whoop.
It's true. It's fair though. I mean, I let my Costco membership lapse this year or last year. Who knows? It's time.
Time
Time is
isn't
funny.
real.
Time is imaginary. Anyways.
It's irrational.
Well, I suppose it depends on how the dreams are occurring. If they're natural or being caused, and depending on what's causing them, you could have a beneficial use of the dream spell to counteract it. You could sleep on a demi-plane or in a pocket dimension of some sort. If it's a caster, then you could, well, if they're not spying on you, you could change your sleep schedule. That would catch them off, and they wouldn't catch you while you're asleep. If it is a dream spell being used on you, there are multiple spells that can shield against it.
So we're talking about dreams here. Guy says.
Oh, yes, Emmy has asked, well, how to stop nightmares that you all have been having?
Ah. That's interesting.
I mean, I feel like nightmares are just a part of sleeping. I mean, isn't that normal?
Holly, immediately in your mind you hear, no.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Naomi's just on the other side, like, I mean, yeah.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't.
And then Emmy would say, it is true that on occasion I have unpleasant dreams, but not every night, not to the point where it hinders my ability to rest.
Who's having nightmares every night?
Maybe the person she sleeps next to?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I say is like half the party have trauma.
Yeah, I know, right? So to be fair, Emmy is sure that Mars is, but she's suspecting others because no one looks like they're sleeping well.
What? Trauma? No, that's not a real thing.
Not in my D&D character, it's more likely than you think.
Shit.
My D&D character in your campaign? Oh, just playing with you, Rhea? Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
Isn't that all of your D&D characters?
Yes, that's what.
Oh, fuck.
So
I
Emmy
got it.
just eventually to Naomi. That is a lot, but at least it is somewhere to start. Thank you.
Of course. I wish I could help more, but without more specifics, I don't exactly know which path to lead you down.
Emmy responds, a sentiment I share with you on almost a daily basis.
Anything else?
No, I believe at the start we kind of covered what she knows about what Emmy could be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was not in the recap, so couldn't remember.
That's fine, it was irrelevant.
Yeah. Like most of Emmy's efforts. It's fine.
Line 3.
Yeah, plot stuff,
Plot
obviously.
stuff.
I feel like the most progress we've made towards Emmy's backstory is the card reading, and I still have no idea if this is good stuff, bad stuff, or neutral stuff.
Yeah, it's plot stuff, Squeak.
It's plot stuff. Someone from your past will meet you. Good?
I don't know, I feel like the most effort that you've gotten
Would be the
towards
stag banner.
game.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's absolutely true.
Did we ask about that? I can't remember.
No.
No.
But Gaius was able to tell me mostly all I would get from it, I would think. It's a festival held in that town.
No.
And the legend
Like,
behind it.
I didn't think to ask it because, I mean, she could tell us it's a festival in that town, right?
Yeah, he was able to tell you that it's a town pretty much close to where he grew up.
I mean,
They
if
hold that
anything,
festival of whatever.
I mean, we don't necessarily have to ask about the festival. We could ask about, like, the town itself if she remembers anything significant happening there.
Possible. I don't know if it would be in these books. That seems very recent. Do they get frequent updates, like newsletters or something here?
Mm.
I mean, this book was just published last year, so you know. It's to a book on the shelf.
It's
No,
got a recent copyright.
I think it's fine. Emmy has asked the question she wants to.
There's a whole like new release section we're standing in front of.
You passed it on the way in.
Oh my god. Where are the romance novels?
YA.
I did not stutter. I didn't say YA.
Herrick and the Beholder.
I'm talking about real romance, like Lord of the Rings.
We might need to discuss the definition of a romance novel.
It's a story about a dark lord wanting to be reunited with his hobbit friend very badly.
I mean,
Different kind of
Frodo is bringing him a ring. Like,
That's
Different kind
Right?
of ring.
He's trying to put a ring on it. I'm telling you, it's a romance novel.
Oh, so it's yeah, a slow burn romance. Okay, got it. Takes 3 books to finally get there.
But it's so worth it.
God. Just thinking of slow burns happening over like separate fics just pisses me off.
Right.
Anyway.
Super slow burn. Got it.
So
I'm sorry, Bern, I can't give you haste anymore.
Is that a... Hmm.
You don't want guys to see colors?
Well, apparently everyone prefers you to be slow, so it's not an option anymore.
Oh, I get it. I'm a...
Ha! Anyway.
There's a separate joke there about being slow now.
I also hate to say it, but Gaius can see colors like everyone else can.
He's colorblind. Basically.
No.
I think what you mean is smell colors.
No, sea colors. We made that canon.
Not normal colors.
Sea colors.
Oh wait, is he colorblind except when he's on in haste?
Yes.
Is that right?
We made that canon.
I
Yeah.
must have been in narcoleptic mode. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it was like the last time.
Yeah.
It was a few sessions ago. The last time that he was hit with haste, he said, "I can see colors," and we just kept with the joke.
Nice.
Yeah. Off the cuff jokes. Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's what adds color to your character.
Yay.
I'll give it a try. I can go mech.
I don't know. I feel like that one kind of fell flat.
Go gadget.
If
I
there's
had
no...
shoes like that once.
You guys gonna go on back upstairs?
Right, we should probably get out of your basement. I'm so sorry.
And
Yes.
Isabella's waiting for us. I don't know. No idea, but she seemed awful keen to get us to go somewhere to do something to save the world. You wouldn't by chance know Isabella at Davenir?
Avenir.
Davenir? I didn't stutter. Davenir.
They have a very exotic inflection, okay?
Avenir. Avenir. But yeah, no. I don't.
I
I'm
just
familiar with that.
I appreciate it. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't like some local scoundrel.
Rapscallion.
Right? That's the word I was looking for.
Fucking harlot.
Hey now.
Listen, it's my character. I can talk shit.
I mean, we don't judge. Problem with being a harlot or a charlatan. Those are all perfectly valid choices.
I am
Background.
pretty sure that we should not be advocating that a charlatan is a perfectly valid background.
Are you sure?
Yep,
I will
pretty sure.
articulate all I
Chris
want.
is over there scratching out
You
the
know what?
backstory.
You know what, guys? Pickpocket is a valid profession, all right? Let's not judge.
Ollie's just, don't look at my bag. It's cool. We're good.
They pickpocket because they had a bad childhood.
Oh my god. Anyways.
We grew up poor, okay?
Anyways. So, you're all heading back up.
Yes.
So Naomi will lead you for the final time through the many, many corridors of shelves back to where you came from, up the stairs, winding for quite a while until above you you can hear more than see at this point the quiet grating of stone on stone as the stairs shift to create the opening back up.
That's very convenient, mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you don't want things to be found.
Right. Huh. How would somebody go about reverse engineering something like this?
Preferably not.
Right. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking, but shouldn't have been speaking out loud.
Which should also go without saying, anything that has been or has not been seen below the main library itself, is supposed to be secret, so if you could, I would appreciate you not telling anyone else about, the archives.
Okay.
Just know about it. Just double checking to make
Does who?
paid.
You're real quiet, Alora. I'm sorry.
Does Paige know?
Looks over to Paige, who's just been silently walking with you guys this whole time.
Oh shit, is she? Never mind.
Oh my god, her stealth
Everyone-
must be godly.
Everyone turns to look at Paige, waiting for the answer.
Listen. Her perception is an 11. Okay, guys.
Paige has just been fucking earmuffed and blindfolded this whole time.
She has a bag on her head.
The Arium. Does the Arium know about your
Maybe we
operation?
should just not.
I wouldn't. If they don't, I'm not gonna mention it.
How about we just don't talk about it? Maybe.
I love when you tell one secret society about another secret society.
You ever like cross the streams like that?
Right? How deep does the rabbit hole go?
Look, we need an arbitrary third party to do an empirical evaluation to figure out if they're good or bad.
I believe that third party's gonna have to be you, my guy.
So anyways, I started blasting.
You're fired. Missed.
So, anyways. Yes. So, do you actually require library cards? Were we going to sign up for that? Or are we not allowed to sign up for that anymore?
Can we sign up for your mailing list?
The window of opportunity to sign up for a library card stopped the moment you got into the actual library.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of it stopped when Holly started asking if she could reveal the secret society that they're connected to.
Oh, no, this way we can sort all of that out.
Oh, wonderful.
If by chance we come up with more questions in the future, could we? Is there?
Do you have a phone number?
Would you be okay if, say, I were to contact you in the future?
Girl, can I slide in your DM?
I've been told it's polite to ask before just sending messages.
And she nods. There's a reason I work in a library. The path to power and self-improvement is through knowledge. You can ask me whatever you want.
Sweet. Thank you. You'll probably regret it. I'm sorry in advance. But I do appreciate
I'd be
it.
surprised the sort of questions that I've actually been asked.
Ooh. Librarian tell-all book. Bet that could make some money.
So, anyways.
So yeah, she would lead, for the most part, back towards the main desk that's here. And Mars and anyone else who wants one, she would sort out getting you guys the availability to take books.
Can we put library card on our inventory?
By all means.
Sweet.
Bunch of fucking nerds. We went to the library, guys. We got memberships.
Emmy is going to put it in her backpack.
Mhm.
What is it called? It's called the Divine Library, right? Or
It's,
something like that?
The archives. Something like that. I'd have to read back through it. I don't have that bit up in front of me right now. Too much shit.
I'm just gonna call it Divine Archives.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put Divine Library Card, but that could be more a descriptor than an actual title.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a library card. It's divine. I actually would like books on. So all that information that you gave Emmy, like I'm as a player pretty clear where you're going with that. Emmy wouldn't have a clue. So books that might help her be able to expand upon that.
On, like, just dream spells and stuff.
Dream spells and ways to counteract dreams and things of that nature. Yeah. So pocket dimensions, all that good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, off on one corner, they'd have a book about the dream spell, sort of an introductory guide for magic users and whatnot.
Mhm.
Oh, no, go ahead. What you got?
And of far less importance, obviously, any books on chimeras.
Okay. In addition to the spell, quote unquote, spell book, there is a book that you can find on the interpretation of spells. There is one that's actually like home remedies for what would be more natural caused nightmares.
That's my first book.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And yeah, you could find one on chimeras.
Emmy, why are you rubbing an eggshell on Mars's forehead?
Mars is like doing the cat thing of just like leaning back and staring off at anyone who's there, just like help.
Yeah, that's not how we did it back home. You ground up the eggshells and put it in their food. They're clearly headaches are caused by clearly a lack of calcium.
I don't have headache.
What?
You do. You don't because I've been putting calcium in your food.
She's been filming you.
She's been dosing you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna say the wrong thing.
Only one
That
of these
day is
days, sometime
today.
distantly in the future.
Nope, that day is today. And tomorrow.
The next day.
So, off to save the world.
Mm-hmm. Do we head outside?
Yep.
Great question.
Okay. So if we're gonna head outside, I'm gonna go ahead and put my pog outside. And he's going to say, "Hey, Naomi, I wanted to show you something."
And she finishes up with. She's coming. Give me a second. She finishes up with what she's doing for whoever else was getting cards. She will walk outside.
All right. So, you said that tieflings and Asmar shouldn't be able to coexist, etc.
Theoretically, yes.
Okay. Well, let me show you something. And he's going to change. I'm gonna go ahead and try and remember how I described it the first time. So his skin is going to turn kind of pale and then fleck off as if it was ash, revealing dark blue skin underneath. His hair will turn all white. The sclera of his eyes will turn black. A long, spade-tipped tail will kind of fall out of his clothes behind him. 2 radiant wings will pop out of his back, made of flames. A flaming crown will appear on his head, and 2 black horns will jut out of his forehead, pointed backwards. His teeth will sharpen, and his fingernails will grow and turn black. And then he'll just stand there and wave.
And once you've started the process of transforming, Naomi's mouth just sort of falls open a little bit in awe as, again, that notebook comes out and she slowly drops onto the stone here, crisscrossed, and just starts writing without even looking down at the page. And once you finish transforming and you wave at her, she sort of knocks herself out of it. How do you do that? So you're part Azamar and part Tiefling and just together. Are there any bad side effects that come along with that? What? I don't even know where else to start. What do I...
I mean, he does have IBS.
What?
She has bad side effects. Those are the common ones I know of.
for being a bard, for being an Azamar and a Tiefling,
Being a bard. Damn.
He's gonna say, how do I do this? I get angry. It's been getting easier to do.
I love the implication that this group is just giving him serious anger management issues.
He says as he rolls his shoulder. As for side effects, I'm not sure. Like, I'm colorblind. I know that. Apart from that, he's gonna shrug. I can only last in this form for a little bit. Then I go back. Was there any other questions?
As she's sort of looked down at her notes, and it's sort of Mars, as you come out, you can see that she's started sketching Gaius in this form.
Oh, right, I can also fly, and he's going to fly up like 5-10 feet and just hover there, flapping his wings.
She looks up to you, Gaius, as you ask if there's any other questions. And then you start flying, and her eyes just shine. Like you've just opened the fucking gates.
Pandora's box, so to speak.
Always been able to do that? Did you... Was it only after a certain point, like a sort of puberty of sorts? Was it... oh dear. What was the youngest that you transformed? Were your parents like that? Were they separate? Were they...
Okay, that's a lot of questions. Let me try and get through them. I don't know my parents. I'm an orphan. The youngest I can remember was around 15, I think. I couldn't fly for a bit, but I learned. It was mostly just the flapping bit. I guess maybe that is a side effect, orphan. It makes it easier if you believe that you're lighter than air.
takes extensive notes as you work through all of this with her.
Mm-hmm.
Holly, you wanted to say something?
Nope, it's fine.
Okay.
You sure?
I'm trying to figure out working out in my mind, how being lighter than air leads to a side effect of being an orphan, or reversing that. I don't think that's what you meant.
That's not what I meant, no.
How to fly. It helps.
Float away from your parents.
Jesus.
Holly once thought that she was lighter in air, and look what happened.
She just blew her family away.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, she would, until you stop her, would just continue with just a barrage of question after question after question.
He'll try and answer them the best of his ability. And after a minute, he'll make sure, like, just before that minute ends, he's going to, land, and then, again, the blue skin and all of the extra bits and the flames and all of that start to die down, turns gray, and crumbles to ash, revealing just normal, bog standard guys.
And Naomi begins to sketch you in this state as well, guys.
Oh no, you have to remember that the nose, it wore hooks. Sorry.
She's like, oh, and she sort of like scratches out that drawing, starts again.
Guys' special abilities has helped us out more than once while we were, well, on our adventures.
Mm-hmm.
It's also great for storytelling.
Yeah.
Power of orphans.
The power of orphans. It also helps that apparently, according to one of my dreams, I am strong with Tempest.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
According to my dream, I am strong.
I am strong in dream. Big courage.
Real life, not so much, but dream.
But dream, yes.
He's very good.
Very good. Duh.
That's okay, guys. You're stronger than me. Yeah.
Yeah! Also want to point out, this was all in view of this lady.
Isabella.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Up to the point when Mars made like the correction on the sketch, she's just been like looking everywhere. Like she is visibly so tense right now.
It's no big deal. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Mars, roll me a perception.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it.
Rolling.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
Everything's fine.
Yes, everything is fine. Fucking Christ, Mark. Anyway.
Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you.
Did JB come out with us?
Blue's been having some serious trouble with internet.
I've been having trouble getting Roll20 to load, so I just have been able to move my token. They're chilling. Don't worry about them.
Well, Holly would go up to them and put their arm around JB and say, "Oh, okay, we ready to go off to save the world and become famous?"
Yeah, sounds about
Yeah.
right.
You know, everything you don't want, JB.
I think you are far more suited to being famous than I.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if what the lady over there says is true, you know, I'm the one writing the story, so right. Wait. That's an important thing. I should ask. What do you want to have written down about you? What kind of person or face do you want to present to the world, JB?
None, preferably.
That's all right. You can think about it.
I think it is kind of you to ask.
I just prefer not to be perceived.
I will think on it.
Right. We're ready to go? Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so.
So Holly will walk up to the edge and then ask Isabella, "Do you want us to go with you, or do we take our own wagon? Meet you there?"
Meet me where?
You had said, you wanted to take us somewhere? Did I have that totally wrong?
No, I can see the confusion. You see, you all have a path that you are on currently, and she sort of motions her hands to show you the path. And I am more or less just along for the ride.
I said that once. It has worked out excellently.
Only difference here being you getting involved is purpose. Me getting involved could be very catastrophic.
Oh? We wouldn't want that.
Exactly. So go ahead, get in your cart, go wherever you're going. I will be right behind you.
Okay. Why would you getting involved be catastrophic?
Well, I told you earlier during the readings. Though I am here, I am not supposed to interfere with anything. There are some things that are more lenient, such as readings and whatnot, but were you to be in, say, a battle, I could not interfere in that.
Tangible assistance. I mean, not that your readings aren't assistance. That's not what I mean. You couldn't actually, like, hold a sword or do damage because you need plausible deniability. That makes sense.
In more parts of my life than one. So yes, go.
Alright.
Alright. It's a Paige's wagon.
Mhm.
If you're okay with that, Paige.
I don't have. Yes.
Did you have? Where are?
What happened?
I said, where are we going? We haven't discussed that.
Can you take us back to the world map?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I believe the next place we are going, since we already headed down to here to get the information, and I think we got all the information that we wanted, head probably back over to the Orium to check in on the mansion area, see if they took care of it and all of that, and then head over to Heda. Because that was...
Yeah. I figured we would be heading to Heda, but we just hadn't.
Yeah. Well, that's my vote. What about you guys?
That sounds like a plan.
I'm with it.
All right.
Certainly is a plan. But is it a good plan?
Well,
I'm sorry. Are we starting to follow those now? I didn't get a memo on that.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't send it out.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for that.
If we have to start making and following good plans, I feel like that is a lot of pressure for this group.
Yeah, I don't think I can be a part of this if that's the direction we're going in. 'Cause, like,
You're married to a Floridian. There aren't no good ideas. Alright, so that's the path we're taking.
I can't believe y'all were bagging on my plan. Just can't believe it. All right, so that's where we're headed. Did we want to go hit up the Orium again, or did you guys want to just head straight to Heda?
Good with either.
All right, Mars.
I have no need. Yeah, Mars is really the one to ask.
Yeah.
Mars is dead.
hang on,
I mean, you don't want to see your best friend again? I'm sure they'll be so happy to see you.
Don't worry, Katia. I'm working on improving the connection. Give me about a month.
Let's go see Apple.
So, I wanted to roll to see if she would be able to just be like, no, it's fine, we can move. I got a 1.
Yeah.
So immediately she's just like, I mean, it's probably a good idea just to make sure that everything is going smoothly if they needed any extra information or possibly even if they needed any help, especially if there was an issue with the extermination, because as you saw, there were very dangerous individuals there as well as the ghouls. We don't know how many, if any, if there are others that are out in the swamp. So maybe we should stop by just quickly to make sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Seems good.
Or we could send a sending and just make sure that everybody's kosher without having to travel all that way back.
What's on the way?
You're gonna hit it up on the way, anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's essentially a pit stop on the way to Heda.
Because
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we're heading
still
up here
alright.
anyways.
we could see if they have a food
Okay.
court. Maybe they'll sell hot dogs. You never know.
Wow. Didn't know
Guys,
you
can
wanted
bring
somebody
some
to
new
murder
gossip
somebody.
to that one lady.
Yeah, I guess.
Damn. Had to do it to her. Anyways.
So to the Orium.
How many days would that be?
It's gonna be about another week to get up there. So it was a week to get down. So you're gonna have a baby. Congratulations, Mama.
Hey, congratulations.
So-
Before that, though, as you all pile into Paige's cart, just before you close the door, you note that Isabella's raven flies forward and lands on the roof of Paige's cart.
Hmm. Guys is going to, before he closes the door, kind of look at it, reach up and try and pet it.
It looks at you, and I'm gonna have to open something and roll a thing. Hold on.
Yeah, this is fine. I figured this would happen.
What would this be? There we go. Alright, so you reach out to try and pet the burb,
Mhm.
and it, for a moment, goes towards your hand as if it's going to try and bite you.
Mhm.
And at the last second hesitates and shakes its head and steps back further away from you, more towards the center of the roof.
He's just gonna say, "Aw," and then he's gonna close the door.
Mars is going to offer it a bread roll because she knew a bird once that really liked those, and she doesn't know if this is the same kind of bird.
Mm-hmm.
Holly's gonna look at the bird and say, Isabella can hear everything we're saying, can't she?
So first things first, Mars, is you offer up the bread roll. The raven stares at it for a moment and then just sort of stares at you with shiny black eyes. And then as you pipe up your question, Holly, it looks towards you and shakes its head.
No or yes?
No.
But the bird can understand me.
It would seem so.
And the bird will convey everything we say. Got it.
I mean, you're welcome to assume.
She's going to.
I'm well aware.
Sorry.
Oof. Bjorf boof bork. So yeah, unless there's any other interaction with the raven.
I'm guessing the raven just ignores the bread roll after that.
Yeah, it kind of just if you leave it there or anything, it is probably more of just falling off the cart if it starts rolling.
No, she holds it out to offer, but if it looks completely uninterested, then she'll just put it back in her bag.
Yeah, let's make this fun. Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Oh, I'm so good
Insight
at
the
these.
bird.
I'm so good at these. This bird doesn't like me.
The bird, I mean, it's a bird. It's hard to tell anything. It's definitely not going towards you, though, and it kind of just...
At least the last one could talk a little bit, but this one just won't even talk to me at all, and I can't understand. No, it's fine.
In that, cawing raven voice that I'm not going to attempt because I will murder my throat. It says, "Goodbye."
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe
Positive?
only demon birds like bread.
Do they? I really need to start. Like, I'm just gonna say Mars definitely got a book from the library on wildlife. I'm just saying, like, this is gonna be her immediate, like, absolutely necessary. Have to study right now. So that's pretty
Page
much what she's gonna
70,
do.
ravens, dietary.
Insects.
Maybe we'll give it a stiff bow before they scuttle up to steer the cart.
It possibly, because I believe JB is more the type to just keep their head down. So depending on who is watching, though, we'll note that the bird will slightly duck its head to JB when they bow.
Holly will start to get in the cart and then go, oh, wait, it's after lunch. It's JB's time to drive the wagon. I'll be up front, sitting with JB, like always. Because that's what Holly's been doing, keeping JB company. It's been very quiet.
Okay.
But I do have something to do for the end of the night after we stop traveling.
Does anybody else have something before you all clamber into the cart?
I mean, Emmy is watching all of this, but she has nothing to say.
Friends with the bird?
Something friends with the bird?
Oh, I was asking Emmy if she wanted to make friends with the bird.
Ah.
She's more concerned that the bird's not a threat.
Fair.
Bird will at one point glance towards you, Emmy, and sort of do a once-over for what they can see of you on Mars's shoulder, and then just look away, kind of uninterested.
That's weird. That's exactly what Emmy did to her.
Kindred spirits.
Alright. If nothing else, we're gonna start our trip north.
Yep. Mars just immediately buries her nose in the book, just like, I need to know how animals work here. They're so weird.
Where are all the eyes?
Gaius is going to keep on trucking with the Bruin. Especially after learning, oh hey, we can make honey mead? Hell yeah.
It's just like, oh, I know what we're doing here.
Oh, hell yeah.
So for that first night, Holly had a thing, yes. Go for it.
So after we break camp, or set up camp.
Break camp.
Yes, after we set up the camp and everything, Holly's going to go up to Mars and say, Mars, could we, let's go for a walk?
Huh? Oh, yeah, just, hey,
Would you accompany me on a short walk?
certainly, just one, like, holds up a finger as she's, like, trying to finish this one paragraph, just like, yeah, yes, like, claps the book shut, puts it off to the side. Yes, of course.
Just around. I mean, we can even just walk around in a circle. I just wanted to take a walk with you to talk a little.
Oh, certainly, yes. And she will, like, she starts to move forward and then pauses and then kind of like gestures in a lead the way motion.
Oh, Holly holds out her arm for Mars to take.
She just beams and will take the arm.
So after walking, and we don't go if it's like a lot of trees and stuff. We try to keep a line of sight with the camp, but put some distance between us. And after way too long, Holly says, we've been traveling together for a while now. And and we've learned a lot of things about each other. So, okay, I'm gonna say one thing first, and then I'm gonna ask a question, and I hope you don't get offended at the first thing before I ask the second thing.
Frowns, but nods.
So, sometimes people like to obfuscate the truth in order to perhaps spare other people's feelings. So the first thing I wanted to ask is I don't shoot, how do I say this? If I ask you a question or I say something you don't necessarily want to respond or hurt my feelings, please just let me know that you would rather answer at a later time, as opposed to perhaps being, well, to avoid sparing my feelings, which sometimes can be a little confusing to others.
You just like this whole time she's kind of been like sort of nodding and shaking her head like at what she hopes is appropriate times, but the whole exchange the frown has just been getting deeper and more confused.
What I'm trying to say is sometimes people are polite and they say what they think you want them to say and not necessarily what they actually mean. Like, you know, JB will say whatever you want instead of actually voicing their opinions. Sometimes you kind of do the same sort of thing in a different way to maybe spare my feelings or other people's feelings. And I just really need you to be honest, or at the very least, tell me that you'd rather not answer.
Okay.
So that was the first thing. So, second thing, if you could write any story with your life, what would that story be?
There's a very long pause as she like takes a breath. Like she seems fairly ready to answer, but then she stops and starts to really consider what you've asked. I mean, um, what? How do you mean? Write what story I wish to write?
Well, I'm just. I mean, I know we're kind of on this path, and I know that you have taken on certain responsibilities, leaving the island, and that's kind of dictated your path. But if there were, is there anything else you want to do or explore in whatever time we may be alive?
Oh,
Just in general, and I'm not asking anything specific. I'm just really wondering what you want. Like some kids, they grow up and they dream about just having kids, or some people dream about working in a grand library. I'm sure that's what Naomi dreamed about when they were young.
I I don't really know, to be quite honest. She pauses and wrings her hands a little bit before kind of gripping onto Holly's arm. Most, actually, no, all of my life was, I suppose, planned already. I didn't really have much to think about as far as what I wanted to do. What was going to happen was what was meant to, I suppose. Um, since I left, well, I I haven't really thought about it all that much. I've just been trying to survive without causing harm.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, this life path seems good in helping people and hurting people, kind of are two sides of the same coin. Can't one without the other, I think. At least, I mean, that's kind of how we've been handling it. I wonder if there is a different way, but that's not important. Could dog? Sorry.
Portly, calm down.
Could you spend some time? I would really like it if you spent some time thinking about that. You know, if you know, I don't. I mean, maybe what Isabella said just kind of got me sort of thinking about long term and, well, not long term, but destinies and objectives, and if you know what people could, the seriousness of the stakes in front of us. And I think we both know this, where, well, we seem to have stumbled on a few things that are quite dangerous and could, well, I just wouldn't. I keep thinking about River and what they've missed out on. What kind of life they would have had. Yep, there was a big breath that Holly took, and she kind of just started blurting things out at this point.
Mhm.
And I don't want you to miss out on a chance because we thought there was more time than, like River thought. I'm assuming.
I I do appreciate that, Holly. Thank you. I just I'll think about it. Yes.
I appreciate it.
um Yeah, she just kind of goes very quiet after that, unless you keep asking questions.
No. Holly mostly wanted to. Holly kind of assumed it would take. You would not have an answer immediately, or if you did, it would not be as heartfelt. Wait, let me rephrase that. Your first answer might not be as heartfelt, so Holly assumed that it would take you some time to ponder that question before you'd have a truly accurate, good answer to that. I always talk about wanting to become rich or write a best-selling book, but really, mostly, I want to help people. And my mom, I know she kind of would take it too far sometimes, and she wanted to help kids, and I mean, I love kids, but I really just work better with the older crowd.
Holly.
Yes.
Mars kind of gives Holly's arm a little squeeze. You don't have to be your mother, you know.
I've learned that I will never. Sorry. I'm through with trying to live up to what she would have wanted, or how she would have wanted me to do things. I know that I need to. The only way I'm gonna make it through is doing things my way. I haven't quite figured out what that is yet, but I'm working on it.
We can figure it out together, but I don't say that as I'm not trying to chastise you or anything. I think it's good to remind you that you are wonderful and brilliant just as you are, even as you're figuring out who and what you are. And you shouldn't have to live by the expectations of that past.
I I'm in the process of sorting out what parts I want to hold on to. That difficult transition from growing up in your parents' household to being your own independent adult, where you have to kind of sift through what rules do you keep and, do you actually work on the Sabbath or not and things like that. But,
The what?
the religious day, the day that you worship.
Oh.
Every session, there's got to be at least one from Holly.
But what about you? I mean, I'm trying to grow into the person that I want to be. Won't ever be, can't really be who my parents wanted. But, well, as I learn and grow, I hope you do as well. And no, I shouldn't say.
What? What is it?
Your friend. The temperamental one. They just, I want to make sure you are the person, you're growing into the person you want to be and not the person that other people want you to be.
I see. Yes, thank you, Holly.
So
She will pause in the walk and kind of like very gently pull Holly to a stop. And put a hand on the side of their face and say,
I will take your words into consideration. Thank you. It's not often that I remember to consider myself. I'm glad that you're looking out for me.
I mean, I just want the best for you. You're a great person and you deserve to have great things in front of you, ahead of you.
You want to roll an insight real quick?
What you look inciting?
What are you inciting, Holly?
You should roll the insight, yes.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh boy.
You're both
Awesome.
also welcome to roll me a couple of perception checks.
Oh fuck me. Okay. How many perception checks am I
One
supposed to
each.
fail here? One? Okay. Oh. That's not too bad. Good job.
wanna roll one real quick, Holly?
Want to roll
Do-
perception? Yes, you need to. You need to do a perceive as well.
Sorry.
Oh shit!
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So I'm gonna let you do your insight thing real quick, and then I'm gonna say
Mhm.
something.
Cool. So Holly starts talking about like you deserve like good stuff and things, and you just like the smile is still there, but the twinkle just leaves the eyes immediately, and you can see deep down she does not believe a single word of that. Like you can see that there's so much intense doubt as to whether or not she deserves anything. There's just guilt and sadness all the way down. Yes, thank you, Holly. That means a lot to me.
Ah. You. I know. You and I see yourself very differently. And when I say that I feel like you're worth, well, weight in gold, I'm not just trying to flatter you. I wish I could tell you what, well, you know, the first night I met you, and Robin, that was the most magical night of my life. Ever.
I mean, we were almost turned into animals.
That's true, but I mean, I won a ticket to a magical ball because I bluffed the guy and stacked the deck, but that's not the important part. You know,
You like see the frown start again, and you're just like, we're not getting into this.
it was just the most it's like a story from straight out of the history books of like the most romantic settings. I mean, it was just like Romeo and Juliet, you know, but the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, with a way too wild party that you would definitely not. Not you. Sorry, I was definitely not elegant or prepared enough for or polished enough, and just to be able to go and be present, and then I got to sit down and play music with these people, and I mean, ooh, yep, I hope you really don't remember that first performance. But I thought that was the best, you know, the best thing ever. And then I look over and I just saw you there. Just wow. But kind of the stuff dreams are made out of. Girl, please. You all suck. Just so you know. Sorry, I was talking about the chat.
I was just saying, I've been silent this entire time.
The was for
Marge just puts a hand to her chest, just like, oh, damn.
the was for Leonardo DiCaprio. What?
You
She's
didn't see
talking
that
about
version of
me.
like your remake of Romeo and Juliet was super
No.
stylized.
No, it's just in character. No one is aware of what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was actually my intentional. Out of the audience would get it, but the characters wouldn't reference. The other one was just a bonus. And just being allowed to accompany you on this journey has just been the most, well, the grandest adventure. And I want to do something for you to thank you. Just the beauty and just to see somebody so completely captured and caught up in what they're doing. That's normally people don't allow themselves to get so lost in their work. And to see that, it's see somebody just, like when you're reading a book and you're so wrapped up you forget where you are. Or drawing, well, I don't really have the words to describe it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I will, but that's why I was asking if you had other goals, dreams in life. I thought maybe if I could help make one of those come true, kind of pay you back.
There's a very soft smile. You know, I actually used to get in trouble for getting so lost in my work.
It's just, I don't understand why people are like this. To see somebody so enthralled. Well, most people can't, I guess, focus that much. Very hyper attention, ADD kind of thing.
What's a DD?
Double damage.
Advanced double damage.
She reaches down and takes Holly's hands in hers and says, "Well, as I said before this, my future was fairly planned out for me. And since that future, I suppose, became null and void, I haven't really thought much past the next day, really. But I will take your question into consideration. And when I find the answer, I will let you know.
Thank you.
And I know that technically we've sort of started already, but if there's anything that I can do as well to help you find your own future, then I would like to help that very much.
Holly will kind of give you a sad smile. Thank you.
Hooks elbows and starts heading back to camp.
Hey, look, a flower.
As you go to point out the flower, note that raven. I mean, it's pretty high up, but it sure does seem to be flying up there, circling where you two go. Yeah, keeping track of you guys.
Like us two specifically?
Yes.
Hmm.
Isabella, as far as you're aware, is back at camp.
That would make sense.
I really need to find that chapter on ravens. It doesn't like bread, but I don't know what else it would want to eat. Well, I suppose it could also be carnivorous. That would possibly make more sense.
Birds eat insects.
Do they?
And that's what they did back home.
Well, I'm not used to birds being so small.
What, how big are birds where you come? I know they have multiple eyes, but
Well, most things have multiple eyes. Well, I suppose some people don't have multiple eyes. Some people only have one eye, either from a birth defect or possibly from a battle or some kind of an accident. She just starts like rattling off as they're wandering back to camp. Completely gets lost on track.
Amazing. Alright. Well then. Let me just do a quick thing.
Roll for initiative.
That would be a 20 on the D100. That's the Trask.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Blue. Probably save it. We'll do that first next time. Because we're gonna call it here.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
Okay.
Probably best to save a you thing for when the internet isn't trying to beat your computer into submission.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Kinda.
is so much fun. I can't load images or play any videos. It sucks.
This is fun.
Damn.
You know, this is fun. That Raven sure doesn't give a fuck about any of you guys.
Yeah. Bastard.
Listen,
Tiny bastard man.
Mm-hmm.
it's a good bird, okay? Just misunderstood.
Is it though?
That's for you to find out. Alright, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh